If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, I haven't been here for a minute, right? Been a week. Price is still hanging out in the same area, a little bit over that $8,000 range. What's going to be happening in the future? I've seen that the altcoins are up a little bit. People are starting to question, is there an altcoin rally coming up around the corner? Is Bitcoin price going to be dropping down to 7,500, or are we going to be shooting up, seeing all new high, possibly 16,000, which is what we have Future Man predicting? Cryptocurrency, crazy space. I'm super glad to be getting back from Wakan. I had a great time. Definitely want to talk to you guys about a few different things. And, keeping up to date, spreading awareness, keeping the channel going, staying in motion, because the more we talk about Bitcoin, the more we spread awareness. I was surprised. I talked to a lot of people. I was surprised to still hear that there's people out there that don't actually know what Bitcoin is. And we have our co-host, Sammy, over here.
Good evening, everyone.
Sammy, how you feeling? Did you have a great time? Did you enjoy Wakan?
Awesome. It was super awesome.
Super awesome?
Yes.
Do we got anybody in the chat? Did I wait long enough in the beginning? Did I pick up enough commentary to get the show kicked off for people to get here?
We do not have anyone in the chat.
Our so disappointing.
Says one person is watching.
Oh, if it's our hater, I want to know why we're getting that thumbs down, because love and hate come from the same place, right? Well, I guess I'll just have to start ranting about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency all by myself out here in the dark, right? Standing in the middle of the woods.
No, we got one thumbs up, so it can't be the hater. It's one person and one like.
Well, of course, we want to hear from you. We want to know what you're thinking about Bitcoin. We want to know what you think about these cryptocurrency markets. Seems like the sentiment started to switch a little bit. People in the price of Bitcoin may be slipping down. They may be thinking that there could be a possible altcoin run coming up around the corner. Regulation is starting to fall into the market. We got an ETF on the horizon, possibly. Who really cares at this point, right? We used it for a while. It did pump up the price. When we didn't get it, it caused quite a reaction in the market, as we had seen before. Now, does anyone care that we're going to find out whether or not this passes or fails on Monday? I mean, Samantha, do you care if we get an ETF? I mean, we've come a long way in the last 2 years with financial instruments in order to help stabilize the price of Bitcoin, now that we have futures markets and a lot more on and off ramp avenues, regulated cryptocurrency exchanges.
I thought it was funny that we were listening to somebody and they were saying an IFO. And it was like, really, an initial future offering this?
Oh, yes, for the Libra token.
But it was just
funny stuff. Totally would be investing on that to never come out, because whoever has the money has the power, right? And the governments definitely have the money right now, and they hold the power. They're not wanting to share, right? That'd be like me asking you to have a sister wife over here. Never going to happen. So let me tell you, the government is never going to start sharing their financial power with an internet corporation, a FANG corporation, someone that's possibly out of their jurisdiction, because they're all around the world in a country that you can't bomb.
I was listening to the radio today. But I'm bummed, yes. But it's like normal, standard, mediocre radio-ness. And they were talking about if people thought it was tacky or not. And they were trying to take a poll, on their actual station, And it was literally that, I mean, in all weddings, you have some kind of bonding or something. A lot of it's like the unity candles, where you both light candles and then you light the one candle, like stuff, sands going into the same, glass or jar, like things that are supposed to unite you. And they were saying that the new trend was to have the bride and groom's cell phones off to the side at the table, like where you would be doing your little conjoining, poetic, romantic crap. And instead that they pick up their cell phones and they change their status to married on Facebook.
That's ridiculous.
It was beyond ridiculous. There was not a lot in the poll on the radio station that was saying that this was at all okay or acceptable. But that is what, I mean, the government and the people that have all the money are afraid of, because Facebook is sadly integrated into a lot of people's lives, and I don't even understand why, because I don't have it in any way. But I mean, there is quite a lot that it's really in there. You really do stuff.
Yeah,
on
going
your
a couple
Facebook.
hours without checking Facebook is a challenge.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was, beyond ridiculous, but that is the problem. Those people are going to buy and hold Libra coin, and they are going to be all in for sure.
Time tells with these things. We know that eventually in the future, the FANG corporations will have to go to war with the governments. We know that they will use some sort of currency, right? Because everyone makes their own money. That's why Bitcoin is so great. It's decentralized money. It's money that nobody controls. I mean, if you have to hold money to transact in value, why would you want there to be a third party involved, or a fourth or a fifth possibly? Because, I mean, when you're talking about the US dollar, we're not only talking about the US government, but we're also talking about the Federal Reserve.
I mean, it's just...
When was the last time the Federal Reserve was audited, right? See, the problem is that if you're smart enough to actually stop and take a hard look at the dollar bill and question money, then you wake up to the situation. And once you wake up to the situation of what's happening, you start opting out. Either you're one of those older people and you start opting out for gold, or you're of the newer generation and you start opting out for digital gold. And you want Bitcoin. Because it's hard to be intelligent and look at the financial system and say, this is great. I want to keep going with this. Let me put all of my money in stock and 401k.
No flaws.
No flaws.
None at all.
Has anybody joined us yet? Or am I still ranting out here by myself in the middle of the woods? After such a long vacation, I was hoping there was going to be people. I wanted to talk so much about Wakan, how great it was.
All right, Paul Rouleau is here.
Paul Rouleau, my buddy. I'm glad that you can make it, my friend.
Bitcoin Hunter says, hey, guys, how's your night going? He also says, preach, brother, preach.
Man, I'm feeling great. I am so glad to have had a vacation. I'm sorry we didn't get any more videos out besides that one little one standing in front of the Wakan sign. We stayed up too late. We partied too hard. I mean, I'm not really going to lie. We had a great time. It was a blast.
We got like 4 hours of sleep all 3 nights. It was, I don't know. I felt okay when I woke up. So that's, I guess, what you're going with. I don't know. It was not there.
We have to get more people. See, our only downside is that we don't have, they call them like rave families or whatever, a big group of friends that go. We don't have one. You know, it's just me and Samantha. Yep. We need to get a crew. I am definitely shouting out to you guys that are here in the regular. This event was fantastic. You get to act as much of a fool as you want to.
Everybody was. Everybody. It was like, there is absolutely no way that anyone would ever judge you, because they probably could not even see you straight. Like,
I thought it was great. There was a lot of people that, I mean, I wore, of course, the Bitcoin gear, trying to give that shout out, fly that flag while I was there. Didn't have any flyers, but I did shake hands, and everyone shouted out Bitcoin when I was walking around.
Yes, it was awesome. It was a lot of guys. A lot of guys just being like, Bitcoin!
Did have some guy sit down and actually have a long conversation with me.
It was him and his girlfriend or his wife, yeah.
Of course, he had hopped in during the 2017 market, bought some silly coin, invested a large sum of X amount of dollars, and lost all of it as the coin took a 98%, All
right, see, now this part was the part that I thought was more interesting. And the problem is that this is the conundrum that I do not understand how it even happens. But okay, so we were talking to that man and his wife, and
she was looking to get back into the market, and she was wanting to know where I was trading and had not heard of leverage trading. So I had turned her to Bybit and told her, try to keep it 2, 3, 4x at most. 100x is gambling. I tried to turn them into the channel. If you guys watch this episode, please comment down below. I would love to talk with you guys some more. We are definitely a chat-oriented community. We get out here as often as possible. Everything's absolutely free because this is not for profit, and we're just trying to help people avoid scams.
Okay. So, as I was saying, like, literally, they were pretty invested in cryptocurrency. Yes, they did not go with Bitcoin when they were saying that they had lost all their money and things of that nature. Okay. The man and his wife did not know about the halvening.
Yes.
And that struck me as very odd, I guess. It is that, I don't know. It's that they're like the people that are coming into the space now are stopping like somewhere in the very beginning and not continuing to learn like the actual reasons behind cryptocurrency. And I don't know, because like I said, Eugene and me all, like, we did it together. And I mean, you know how Eugene is. You guys have been watching him for 2 years. So it was very much, no, like, you need to go a lot farther than, I mean,
yes, you need to go more than just the Coinbase and buy it and wait for the number to go up on the screen and press sell.
Yes, like, it was like, why is there a value? Why do you guys, you two right here, why do you think that there is a value to this then if you don't understand what it truly is? Because that is its value. So that was the only kind of confusing. It was like, oh man. I mean, but then they were super excited once Eugene explained the halvening and the whole point of it. And it was like, oh, I mean, another little mind blown moment.
Yeah. So they were like, well, they just like looked at it and they're like, wait, so the supply cuts in half?
Yes.
And they're like, and then of course, yes, supply and demand, it has to go up. And you can just see it in their eyes that it is such a fundamental, basic thing that anybody can understand. You know, I only have 5 apples and 10 people want them. They're worth a lot. You cut
those in half and you get more. I mean, yeah, it is. Yes. And I guess that is what I truly believe, is that the more that we talk to people, these are fundamental common sense things that cryptocurrency and especially Bitcoin literally represent. The essence of them are literally common sense things.
Man, this should be the Sammy show tonight.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. I love it when you're just saying.
I mean, it is like, the more that people know, everybody will go, oh my God, you're right. That makes sense.
Well, that's why we all just have to spread awareness, right? And Bitcoin has no marketing department. There's no one out there spending millions of dollars to put commercials up on television and flashing banners on the side of different websites. We have to talk about it. You know, so we have to use the platforms that are out there, like YouTube, like Twitter, like Facebook, even though Bitcoin Facebook is a horrible, dark place. You just have to get out there and do your little part, even if it's just that you send a tweet every couple of days and you put hashtag Bitcoin on it, because we know that the bots out there look for that stuff and use it as a trading metrics.
Just like Google searching this and all of the other. Yes.
All you have to do is participate. Send a few transactions. Dollar cost average in. Run a full node. You're fighting in the revolution. All
right. So, I am for I am says, hey guys. Oh, and he says, we appreciate all that you do. I mean, I don't think we do enough. That is the real problem. Is that
we want to do this full time. We want to make this a 10-hour a day, 6-day a week job, because we love Bitcoin that much that I never believed it when they said that if you find something you care about, it's not work at all.
I know. And yes. That is like,
I was so wait, drinking on the beach, right? Because that's about the only thing until I found Bitcoin. You know, I was like, so what job do I sit on the beach and get pina coladas all day?
Mm-hmm. And you had to stare at like girls' butts all, you know, just randomly walking by. I mean, what is this? What do we get, you know?
So we also shared a ride. We gave another girl here from Florida a ride to the event, right? Ride share, spread the love, try to help everybody out, have a good wakan, right? She drove a couple hours to get here and parked her car. Yeah. And we had a trap for 15 and a half hours in the car while we were traveling to Arkansas. And we talked about Bitcoin. We listened to a few podcasts. She had never heard of Bitcoin. Yeah. She had no idea what it was. I think I've turned her on to it a little bit. I mean, she was only 23.
She did grasp it. Like when she came back and hung out for a little while, she really did. Like, she was like, oh, like, because now that was the 3rd time of listening to the same YouTubers and stuff. Mm-hmm. She started asking actual questions. Like, it was like, oh, so it does this and can it do that? And why do you use that instead of this? And oh, that makes sense on why you do this instead of that.
So we got news still.
Oh, we got people now.
We got people. All right. Well, let's hear what the people want, because the people are the most important part of this channel.
Well,
of course, hit the thumbs up, share this out, right? That's one of the best things you can do. I've missed you guys. It's been a long time. I mean, it seems like over a week, 10 days, 8 days, something like that. I don't know. That's why it's dark and we're still out here. We were like, frig it, we're going to do it anyways. It's been a long time. I did not want to push this off tomorrow and have it be another late day or something. So, of course, we're going to get out here. We're going to spread awareness. We're going to keep up our Bitcoin fight. We're going to be part of this revolution, and we're going to change the world, because all we have to do is just keep hodling, keep running our full nodes, right? Keep sending transactions, because the fact that we can send on this network and they can't block it, they can't stop it in any way, they can't do anything about it. They can just sit there and watch it and try to dump money at Chainalysis to figure out if we're doing something that we're not supposed to, right? And we've started seeing that there's a lot of things getting implemented to help skirt this cat and mouse game that's going to go on.
All right, so we have Nomadic Giant. He says, good morning from Thailand.
Nice. Oh, moving on.
Thailand.
Awesome.
Eat some noodles for me, man. Okay. Oh, Vention gave us a $5 super chat.
Vention, buddy, I'm glad to see that you're here. I heard Adam Meister talking about you yesterday. I am glad that your health is doing well. I'm glad that you're fighting the good fight. We love you, Vention. It's great that you come around this channel. We love that you're here supporting us and Bitcoin. Right?
Oh, he says, I remember my first Bitcoin. The first one is always special.
It is. I remember watching that first one go up. Remember that?
Oh my God.
When
it was
we
amazing.
Just started watching the block portfolio when it first came out, and watched the price of that one.
Yeah,
Bitcoin
it was like
$716
or something. And it was just like, oh my God, does that say like, wait, and it just, oh my God, it was amazing.
I remember
it was amazing.
I used to say on the channel all the time, I've never had a dollar bill grow in my wallet, right? I'll leave a dollar bill in my wallet for weeks and it won't ever turn into two.
Nope, they never. There's no copying.
At the time, it seemed like I couldn't fail buying Bitcoin.
I know. It was, yes. I don't know. Still, common sense.
Hey, it did us good when it needed to do us good. The bear market sucked, right? But we got educated. And now we're really ready to embrace a good Bitcoin future, because we have a good understanding of what it is. You know, it helped us out in a time of need. And here we are being able to reciprocate and give back to Bitcoin by being able to be part of the awareness team, right? We're out here just like a lot of other people on Twitter, spreading awareness. Hashtag Bitcoin, everything you do on Twitter. It really helps.
It does. It'll trick those little bots into thinking so many things.
And the hashtag Bitcoin and coffee is one word, worked out nice. I was actually able to just say that to people.
Yes.
At the event. Look me up, hashtag Bitcoin and coffee, one word, you'll find me. And you do put it in just straight into the Google bar or Twitter, and I pop up.
Yep,
so it's nice that I monopolized it.
We watched the guy the girlfriend or the wife that we talked to for a while.
He
literally put it in front of us, and it did pop up. And then we saw him later on, and he was like, "Hey!" And it was like, "Yes." Keep remembering. Okay, so Nomadic Giant said super chats are not available in Thailand. If there was only a decentralized option. Josh says, love these stories. Oh,
Josh, buddy, I'm glad that you're here. I sent you a Facebook message from the event. You didn't read it. You should go read it.
You should go read it. It also has a little like dinosaur giving like love hearts or something. It was something cute. I don't know, some sticker. Okay, just go look at it, bro. All right. So Nomadic Giant says, as I sit on the beach, you can Bitcoin from the beach, sandproof.
There's not many things that are sandproof. That is for sure.
I am says, life is good when you can eat keto ice cream, sit in your lazy boy in the master bedroom, wear your Moss headphones, and listen to Bitcoin and coffee. We love you.
This is great. I'm glad that I'm back talking to you guys, right? This is what makes our lives worthwhile.
IFRM says, great stories, missed you. Knew you were in the trenches spreading the word.
Always when we get out there, that is our number one thing to do, is shake hands, smile, and tell people about the decentralized future. That's why I keep saying these EDM festivals are great. The camping was better. It did give us a better opportunity away from the music to communicate with people. So if we're going to try to keep moving along with these events.
Yes, and you pass the same people, even if they weren't your exact right next campsite neighbors. You literally pass the same people 100 times. I mean, so there was lots of, hey, yeah, Bitcoin, yeah, hey. Like, yes, it was a lot easier. Mm-hmm. It was a lot easier. It didn't feel like Jehovah Witness-y, solicitation-y.
Right. I know it went over well. And I mean, we had like no funding and didn't really do anything and had no flyers.
Yeah, we
were
had
still able to just walk and shake hands.
Just your shirts were enough.
So I'm definitely thinking that next year, or any event that we find between here and then that we go to, and we can, put a couple dollars into it. Of course, just like at the beginning of this, when we started making the flyers and trying, every time got better. I think this will get better too. All we have to do is keep trying, right? That's always been the message in life, is all you have to do is keep trying. And it does get easier. It does get better. You can't not wear down the problem.
Yes. All right. Vengeance says that he lost 62 pounds so far. Jeans are gone from a 42 to a 34. I can't believe how good I feel. Getting noticed by the ladies too. Hardly know how to deal with that. What? Oh, that's awesome.
Right, buddy? I'm glad for you. I am very glad for you.
Yes. Yay. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Vengeance says Jehovah Witness-y. That's a new one for the dictionary.
All right. Well, I got a couple different news topics that I had spotted down here. We seen that Coinbase went ahead and raised their fees. Right.
Yes.
So that sucks, considering that they were feeless. We've started turning away from sending people there. We now try to send them to the Cash App. We find that works the best. If they're looking for a place with that's insured, I send them to Gemini. Right. So It depends, either based on the person. One or the other is usually our recommendation. So Coinbase was good in the beginning. Coinbase turned to crap. Everybody was hating on them for a while. Now we see them leaning more towards institutional investor. But what I thought was more funny is that we've seen a dash pump only at Coinbase. So is the Coinbase effect back? Remember that, Samantha, when all a coin had to do was be listed at Coinbase and I took a pump? Well, we know that institutional investors are capable of manipulating these markets. So what happened here? Are we going to find something in hindsight 2020? I still always like to keep my eye on Dash, because that is one of those altcoins I started off in.
You like the Amanda B. Johnson.
I did like Amanda B. Johnson.
And it just sticks in your head. I know.
She could have been your sister wife, right?
You had to, right? Because she was also Mormon or whatever, right? So that's the way that works. I mean, she would be down. Like, right? Yeah, no. But yes, I do remember.
Right? We'd be a real...
Oh, the trifecta.
The trifecta of crypto. Eugene Samantha and Amanda B. Johnson.
Oh, you're horrible. Okay, so I am says that the keto diet works and that he's lost about 30 pounds since January. And Nomadic Giant said same for me, 56 to 48 in 3 years traveling and the keto diet. What?
Really? Well, I'm glad that it worked. I don't usually have problems with putting on weight and taking weight off. I usually try to focus my diet to keep my high energy output.
I'm always eating. I'm very hummingbird-like. I don't know. But I have also been very big, and I have gotten smaller, and there is no real reason. I don't know.
You do actually know the reason.
I mean, yes, I was on a birth control shot that was every 3 months. And yes, it was not awesome for me. Literally, I had doctors saying they only did 10 years worth of like clinical studies and you've been it on 12 years. You should really stop. And it was like, wow, maybe, I guess. Nah.
So the only other thing I really got here to talk about besides that Coinbase stuff is that we see a Tether lawsuit coming out. Right. Yeah. Hopefully I'll have some better news when I get out here tomorrow, maybe. Lawsuits. Because Samantha's hoping to not be staying late anymore. New owners, right?
New owners. I mean, yes, they don't really want to do overtime, which is beneficial to both of us at the moment, them and me.
So we're talking about a $4.1 trillion class action lawsuit, though, talking about how Tether pumped the market. I'm sure you guys already heard about this from the other YouTubers. But what I thought was interesting is, hey, you never know. We got Craig Wright's lawyers in on this, or the lawyers that were against Craig Wright here in that Florida lawsuit. They're going to be representing the people during the class action lawsuit against Tether. We see that lawyers mean everything in this space, right? We also seen how Block One only had to pay that, what was it, like $24 million on the $4 billion they raised as a SEC fine. So good lawyers are everything. And we kind of know that these people aren't that bad considering they were able to knock down Craig Wright, but still proving that you're Satoshi and court without private keys.
I still think it's funny that man cried. I'm just saying, I don't cry and I'm a girl. Like,
there's no crying in crypto.
There is no crying in crypto or in court. I mean, really? Come on now. Okay. So, okay. So Hewitt's here. He says, hello, sir. Vengeance
Buddy,
says,
I'm glad that you're here.
Cash App is neat. Went outlet mall shopping with it today. Replacing clothes that were too big for me. Man, I am so happy for you. I know what that feeling's like, Vengeance. It's all like, oh, what?
I know you were real happy when you lost all that weight and you went out and changed clothing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I literally got a job that was like 1.5 miles away because I was like, oh, I can walk it. And I was, incapable of doing that. And that's when I was really like, okay, this is definitely not no. All right. So, Nomadic Giant says, I'll have to try out the Cash App. Okay. Hewitt says, great weather to be outside. It is pretty good. It's a little buggy, but it's actually not even as buggy as it normally is. So I will take it.
I don't know. I opened up the back of the SUV. I stuck all that cool Arkansas air in it, and I tried to drive it back across the United States with me because I was tired of the 100-degree days.
Oh, it was nice at night. It was.
It was nice.
It was. And they had a breeze at all points, probably that whole mountain thing and not being at like sea level, you know, like the birds. Fidget says that it's, yes, he's talking to Nomadic Giant, but he said that every time you get closer to your ideal weight, you win and the medical industry loses. I mean, that is what I started worrying about when I was not, it is very easy to walk 1.5 miles. And when it was literally unable to do it, it was all like, oh, wow. Like, yeah, no, this can't be okay. I says that Tether is a ticking time bomb. It sucks.
It is a ticking time bomb. I'm just good lawyers, right? Good lawyers are going to make it hard for anything to happen. Tether has rooted itself into the cryptocurrency community. If it did get uprooted, I do think that there would be temporary turmoil in the markets. But there's so many other stable coins that I think that they would just have a chance to start flourishing and taking up the slack. But we would see a period of time, right, where it did take to transition. Would we be looking at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? We know the cryptocurrency moves fast, but we're also looking at Tether. They were in the number 4. They're now in the number 5 spot. So it's up there, right? It's a major cryptocurrency providing a valuable asset because a lot of people don't like the volatility of cryptocurrency. That's why they keep going back and forth. And you can always look at the volume on Tether being as much as Bitcoin, if not more sometimes.
All right, Scott Gable says that Scott Gable. Hi, Scott Gable.
Buddy, I'm glad that you're here, my friend. You guys hit that thumbs up, share out this video because, hey, we're going to once again, after these events, we get right back to work, don't we, Samantha? We got to start saving up money. We got to start figuring things out. And of course, we got to start busting out shows, right? We'll be back to try to perform something as often as possible, getting as many subscribers because I was a little disappointed to see that we lost 10 subscribers while we weren't on air.
It was kind of sad. I was sad when you, I was like, oh, man, really?
2020 instead of 2030 where we were. I was like, oh, but I do love you guys for stopping by. Okay,
so Scott Gable said he moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina recently, closer to Florida. Yes. Awesome. And that he's still tuning into us after 3-ish years. It still loves us. Oh, we love you too. Okay, so
we're never giving up on Bitcoin. Oh, no. Right? So, I mean, it doesn't matter what happens with the price. It doesn't matter what happens with regulation. I'm going to fight in the revolution till the end.
And I mean, I don't know.
I've signed up. You know what I mean? Like if this was a contract type deal, I'd sign. Deal with the devil.
I mean, we were really kind of devastated when the YouTube channel went away because we had to, I mean, we can't just stop. No, like we can't stop. Like now,
I was having a crisis of identity. I was like, who am I without the channel?
How do we post about Bitcoin then? Like, how does this work? And I mean, that's literally how we started doing more on the Twitter. We did the Facebook, but I mean, it still wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yes, I don't even know what we would do if we didn't do this. Josh says that he found your Facebook message and thank you. Vengeance says, no crying in crypto. When I failed to buy back in 2013 for $12, and then later that year, I was looking at a $1,100 price. I ground and my face fell into my hands. That was almost a cry.
See, I think that's probably going to be what a lot of people's wake-up call. A lot of people kind of know what Bitcoin is, and they have some price in their head where they had heard it at. And when Bitcoin surpasses that $20,000 again, and it becomes a matter of mainstream media, everyone's going to be like, oh, I had some. Oh, I didn't hold. Oh, I had the opportunity. And I think that we could see another bubble on top of a bubble. But I think I have seen a lot more people starting to give the advice of you should look at Bitcoin and holding in terms of having to having. And that's good. I think that a lot of people are starting to say, don't trade, don't day trade. It's not as easy. It's not profitable. It doesn't work for 99% of the people.
Just look at like 4 or 5 years. I mean, really, it's not that much. Yes. Vengeance says, when I panic sold half my Bitcoins during the Bitcoin Civil War, and then the price turned around. Also pretty close to crying. Mm-hmm. I know that when
we all have them all. I mean, when I was paying off all of that debt, trying to pay back for the ether that I had bought and turned around and gave away on PayPal because everyone did credit card buyback. And then I watched the price within 6 months shoot up to $1,000 from $7.
Not to mention that we literally also just lost the actual money that was. I mean, like it was.
I actually just gave out thousands of dollars.
Horribly humbling moment of. This is why no one's doing it. That makes sense now.
But I told myself at that moment that, I mean, I wasn't going to give up. It was that I knew I needed a better education, that I needed to understand every aspect of all of this, the financial, the crypto, and how they intermix, and these third-party systems that I'm trying to buy and sell and do stuff with. Because without the education, I'm at the whim of chance, of something that I don't know, just coming in and being like, oh, no, it doesn't work like you think. Well, I shouldn't be thinking, I should know.
Yes. And that, I mean, yes.
Assumptions make asses out of you and me.
They do. They do. I am 4am says, everyone pound those likes. Also leave a comment. Helps the algorithm.
It does.
And Zaza is here. Hey, Zaza.
All right. I'm glad that you guys could make it, but I think we're getting ready to wind this episode down.
Oh, we're only at 8:16. I mean, yes. Pension says that he did that too. Bought $600 Bitcoin in 2014. Then that was a big bug. Then was paying down that debt when Bitcoins were 250 each. That cured me from buying BTC on any kind of credit.
Yep. I thought I was a money-making machine right there. I was like, oh, yeah, I'd buy Bitcoin on credit and sell it for 3 times the amount on eBay and then pay back the credit card, and I'm just making money off sitting here pressing send.
You know, if it's too good to be true.
It probably is.
Yeah. And now we know that.
Yep. You don't make money. You don't make money for nothing. You don't make money for nothing.
We were like, oh, it's just nobody's ever thought of this before. It's like the best thing ever. Nope.
I don't know. If you made money too easy, someone probably got screwed.
Yep.
And that's not really how I'm looking to make money. I like to be an honest man.
Yeah. All right. Vengeances. Oh, the dreams of the early Bitcoiners.
We all had them. We all wanted that Lambo. We all wanted that Tesla.
I just remember
we seen a Tesla. We used it as a marker on how to find our
that's where we
campsite.
Turned for the aisle. That was the corner Tesla for the aisle that we were down. Yep. It does look different because the door handles don't stick out. It looked like even the silhouette in the dark with just like football lighting or whatever, you could tell the difference. That was how it was easy. It was all like, oh yeah, smooth car, that turn.
Is that about it, Samantha?
Yep.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here this night and joining us after such a long time away, that you guys haven't forgotten about the channel, that we still mean something to you, that you still want to come out here and chat about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and spread that awareness. Remember, once again, for the 5th time, hit the thumbs up. Right, it really helps out the channel. I'm hoping as we continue to fight the good fight, we're going to be able to pick up more subscribers. We're going to be able to get more momentum behind us. Maybe get back to passing out flyers. Maybe get some help from you guys, some interviews, right? Some thumbnails, anything like that. If you want to get in on this nonprofit organization and help the fight of Bitcoin, email me. They're listed down below. I got 2 emails. There's even a Proton in case you want to keep things anonymous. I also post to Twitter. I post to Facebook to help you guys keep up to date with what's happening with the channel. Anything you want to say, Samantha?
Just that we love you guys. Yes. And that you are awesome.
All right, you guys. We'll see you later on. Have a great evening. Take care of each other. And remember to keep that BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.